Hi there. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope everybody's doing well. House Flipper video. I said I was going to go back and decorate the outside of my little hovel here. And I will say this right off the bat. I'm not unhappy with what I did. But about halfway through this, I'm thinking, you're overdoing it. For this house, it just felt like I was doing too much. But I will tell you, I enjoyed it this time. Maybe I'm getting used to decorating the outside. I don't know. It was intimidating at first because it felt like it was overwhelming and there were too many options to choose from. And the mechanics, as usual. You know how I am with the mechanics in a game. It takes me so long to figure out exactly how to get it to work and then remembering which buttons to press. It's a lot and it shouldn't be, but it is. Now I really enjoy doing this. Laying down rocks and gravel and bark and stuff like that. It's fun. However, I noticed in the last video I kept mentioning how many items were added. I feel like there are some big trees missing in this game. I was trying to put a big tree here, and there's only one, and it's a shrub actually. It's a massive yew. All of the other trees are just too small, so that confused me. It looks like they deleted a few items this time. I'm sure they added other things, which is going to make me sound dumb, but what I mean is I thought there were at least 2 or 3 very tall tree choices, and I couldn't find any of them. Now, another thing I'll mention quickly, you may or may not notice it in the video, I had difficulty planting some of these. Some of the plants you just put down like those, there's no need to dig a hole or anything, they just plunk down. But the plants that needed to have a hole dug and put in, and I had difficulty twice trying to do that. I'm not sure what's going on with the game, but it was a little frustrating. But I figured it out. Well, I didn't actually figure it out. It kind of worked itself out in the end. But I don't know if it was a good or bad thing that I felt like I was overdoing it, so I stopped. Because there's a lot to choose from. There's a lot you can do, but I just figured this house, it's one room, well, 2, a room and a bathroom. And that's it. Which makes the yard look massive. Because if you've played this game at all, you will know that every single one of the houses you work on, maybe minus, what is her name? Something Myers? Marta Myers? I don't remember. Her house is the only one in a different neighborhood. So it's just the size of the house that changes. It's always on the same lot in the same neighborhood. And I was getting more and more uncomfortable with what I was doing. If you're going to put money into a house like this, it's going to go to the inside. You're either going to add a room or a second floor. You're not going to concentrate on the exterior decorations. And maybe that was thinking way too realistically, I don't know. But I did enjoy this. I thought this was fun. I think I'm getting a little bit better at decision making and placement. I don't know. But I had ponds and garden, themed garden things in mind, and I just felt like it would have been overkill. I don't know what you guys think, but so I think the over-the-top part is this one that I'm working on at the moment, the lilac trees, which I love. I adore them. But I also didn't want to do the exact same things that I had done in previous builds, if that's what you want to call it. So I did what I could, and then I just stopped. Now, this is another feature that was a little disappointing, because as I mentioned, I wanted to do that. I wanted to do a pond. I thought you could plant in the planter, and I think it's specific. You can only put certain things in the planter, and that was a disappointment. I wanted that raised flowering tree. So I put these down, and when you look back on it, it's like, well, maybe I could have moved them a little bit better, but the problem is you really can't. There's a red means you can't put it here, and then my cyan means you can. So I was limited there. I wanted something tall in the middle, and that's probably where I messed up. I should have put the tall item, like pampas grass or something, in the center and then planted around it. So I messed up there. And then this thing here I messed up on as well. This is like a back patio. I got halfway through it, and then I'm like, wait a minute, they got to come out the front door and then walk all the way around the house just to get back here. But you know what? It's a yard. At least it's all fenced off. So I gave what I think would be normal under the circumstances. Because reality normal, I just don't think you would be doing this. You would be fixing up that house and making it a little bit more livable. And by that I mean adding onto it, giving it at least a private bedroom or something, or a separate kitchen, which you could do on a lot of this size. And I probably sound like I'm playing The Sims 4 at this point. That happens too. I tend to mix up games, and that occurred here as well. I started thinking like I was building a Sims house. But I don't know that it came out too horrible. But I have to admit, I really enjoy playing this. It is so relaxing. It just takes you away from yourself for the amount of a time that it takes to do this. And I appreciate that. I'm tired of beating myself up, and I'm also tired of having to live the way that I do. And I really struggled over this holiday. And I beat myself up a little bit too much. And I need to get back in the swing of things. It's going to take a while. I'm not mentally prepared to do this yet. You can probably tell by the sound of my voice and the things I'm saying that I'm all over the place. Trying to get back with the program. I don't do holidays well. I just don't. They're too agonizingly depressing, and I let it get to me. I just let it hurt me and depress me, and I don't want to think about it anymore. They're gone. I'll try to forge on until the next one crops up and everything goes to heck again. Now, this is the after, and like I said, I'm not unhappy with what I did, but I would definitely call it overkill. What about those lights? I don't know. Do I have too many of them or not enough? I thought I put them in strategic spots. So if you came home after dark, there wouldn't be too many creepy spots where you just can't see anything. Speaking of creepy spots, oh my gosh. I always go out at night, especially in the summertime, just to look up at the sky, stare at the stars, and hunt for planets. I enjoy it. And I got onto the front porch. I started to look up. Something moved to my left. I looked over, and there's a skunk sitting under one of our shrubs. I never darted back in the house so fast in my life. I was terrified. A skunk staring at me. Why do they have to be so cute and yet so vile? Oh, that was scary. So I did get to see the planets last night, but I think there's one out there, and it might be Jupiter because it's just huge. And I really like doing that. I like my roses here. What do you guys think? Do you think I did a good job? Bad job? okay job, meh kind of job. Yes, I did give up, and I just felt like it was overkill for this place, so that's why. But thank you very much for sticking with me to the end. I appreciate your continued support of my channel. I hope you're enjoying my videos. If you did like this one, please click the like button because that would certainly help me out a lot. Do take good care of yourselves as well and have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.